watch out. You better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Rolf Harris has broken out of jail. Ba-ba-da. Hi guys, That Song Review Guy here, and in my first list of what is going to be many over the next month and a half, it is my top 50 albums of 2016. 2016, for a year that many have considered a pretty bad year in terms of commercial radio, has actually produced some pretty good albums. And for those of you who have been around my channel for the last year, you'll know that I started getting into doing album reviews, which subsequently I've ended up stopped doing because all the effort and not really churning out that much in views, yeah, you kind of lose your motivation and mojo to really pump out those videos. But nevertheless, that's not going to stop me from pumping out one of these lists every single year until I either stop or kill myself, whichever one comes first. Keep in mind that I have not listened to every single album that has come out this year, but I think 193 albums is plenty enough to construct a top 50 list. For the more initiated of those, you'll know that over the past couple of years I've delivered a top 75 list, but this year I decided to cut it down to 50 because Jesus. No lengthy descriptions, just 50, bang, boom, done. Let's get on with it. Kicking things off at number 50 is the debut album from Izzy Bizu called A Moment of Madness. 49, we have Farewell Starlight by Francis and the Starlights. At number 48 is the return album from Green Day, Revolution Radio. At number 47 is Classified with Grateful. At number 46 is Starboy by The Weeknd. At number 45 is the self-titled collaboration album between Yezu and Sun Kil Moon. At number 44 we have Post-Pop Depression by Iggy Pop. At number 43 we have Christine and the Queens with Chaleur Humaine. Don't kill me if I've mispronounced that, even though I know there are plenty of people out there who would like to do exactly that. Number 42, Atrocity Exhibition by Danny Brown. 41, The Cult with Hidden City. And number 40 is Neo with For All We Know. Number 39, we have The Knox with 55. At 38, The Naked and Famous with Simple Forms. This album won the Mercury Prize Award for Best Album of 2016, and it is on my top 50 albums of the year list. What a good year it was for Skepta with Konnichiwa. At number 36, we have Wretch 32 with Growing Over You. 35, Teens of Denial by Carsey Headrest. At 34 is the self-titled Case Lang's Veers album. At 33, Czarface with A Fistful of Peril. 32, I finally got around to listening to this year, the last album I listened to before constructing this list. Oh, it was as good as everybody was saying it was. Beyonce, Lemonade. The very first album I listened to this year, coming in at number 31, is David Bowie's final ever album, Black Star. At number 30 is Kate Brennan with Debutant. At number 29, 22 A Million by Bon Iver. At 28, technically it's not considered an album as much as it is a collection of rejects from To Pimp a Butterfly that was pushed onto a surprise album that no one saw coming, but fuck it, it's my list. Untitled Unmastered by Kendrick Lamar. 27, my man Jamie T coming back once again to deliver another great album in the form of Trick. At number 26, one of the best debut albums that I heard all this year, but really surprising, gorgeous album, I have to say, Shura, Nothing's Real. At number 25, an album that will divide opinions, but I like it, and if you don't, that's cool, whatever. Anoni, Hopelessness. At number 24 is Yesayer with Amen and Goodbye. 23, Childish Gambino with Awaken My Love. At number 22, this album kind of went under the radar for a lot of people. Don't understand why, but I think it's a very, 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 very good album, and I definitely recommend giving it a listen. Jet Plane and Oxbow by Shearwater. 21, Aesop Rock with The Impossible Kid. At number 20, his final studio album coming a month before his death. Very stark, very Very sad album as well, but gorgeous nonetheless. It's You Want It Darker by Leonard Cohen. At number 19, this lady, she's incapable of creating a bad album. I am convinced of that. It's PJ Harvey, The Hope 6 Demolition Project. Number 18, Malibu by Anderson .Paak. This guy, he's one to watch for. He really is. He really is. Keep him coming, Anderson. At number 17, it's easily the best album this woman has ever created. Alicia Keys with Here. At number 16, the first of many country albums that you will see from here on out, Lucinda Williams with The Ghosts of Highway 20. This isn't an album, but you know what? It's my list, and good music deserves to be promoted, and fuck you, Bugsy Malone with Facing Time. At number 14 is Blackberry Smoke with Like an Arrow. At number 13, it's this group's final album, apparently, and you know what? What a way to go out. A Tribe Called Quest with We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service. At 12, she, in my opinion, she beat her sister. Unpopular, I know, but I can't deny. I think this album is really, really good. It is Solange with A Seat at the Table, and just missing the top 10 by the thinnest of margins. Splendour and Misery by Clipping. Fucking unbelievable concept album. If you haven't heard it, what are you doing? Go and get this right now. Buy it! Here we are in the top 10 and kicking things off for the top 10. It's my girl, Kate Tempest, Let Them Eat Chaos. The best album from any female solo artist this year. Guaranteed. At number 9, an album that I just heard on the whim, and I never ever expected to love this album as much as I did, but I tell you what, it must be good if it's in my top 10, right? It's The Wild Swans by Foy Vance. At number 8, once again, somebody who I don't think is capable of putting a foot wrong, Sturgill Simpson with A Sailor's Guide to Earth. At number 7, one of the best hip-hop albums to come out this year, and this guy really didn't kick off his career with the most introspective of lyrics, but this album, he really stepped up his game. It's YG with Still Brazy. At number 6, the best symphonic rock album that I heard all this year is Avantasia with Ghostlights. At number 5, wow, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, easily the best band name I've ever heard in my life, that I am convinced of, with Nonagon Infinity. At number 4, the best country album that I heard all this year, hands down. I doubt there's anything out there that can even come close to topping this one. It is Joe Bonamassa with Blues of Desperation. Number 3, they came back again with, just industrial experimental hip hop gloriousness. Bottomless Pit by Death Grips. Don't need to say more. At number 2, God, this was my number 1 for a very long time, and I honestly did not expect to love this album as much as I did. Very simple, compact, punk, pop, rock brilliance from White Lawn, Paradise. But no matter how much I love that album, and at the end of the day, was only one album that could really ever top this list, and wow, this was one hell of a sip. This was a tough listen. This is an album that everybody should experience. It is such an emotionally draining album that by the first listen, you're completely hooked. You know, it is incapable to not feel something for this man, and in particular this material. It's Skeleton Tree by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, the best album of 2016. Fucking bike! And there we go. Those were my top 50 albums of 2016. What do you guys think? Have you heard these albums? Do you like these albums? Do you hate them? Do you agree with my opinions? Do you disagree with them? If you've listened to any albums this year, list your favourites. Top 5, top 10, top 50, however many you want. Again, I welcome all the comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Especially the ugly. And until my next list, I'm That Song Review Guy, and take care.